He said he loved me, so I believed it.
No! Please!
But love isn't supposed to hurt, right?
Stop!
They say that eyes are useless when the mind is blind. My eyes saw nothing but the vengeful truth, while the voices in my mind kept echoing all the promises he vowed to keep. He was the only one I confided in, yet he took advantage of my innocence. Yes, his smile was irresistible, and his hands were so delicate, his lips so tantalizing, and words so soothing and infatuating. But the drink in his hands turned that smile into an evil grimace. His hands became brutal, while his lips fumed with fury, and his words were daggers attached to cold-hearted remarks with only the purpose to break me little by little. The biggest obstacles in our lives are the barriers our minds create. My mind and conscience kept assuring me, if I was careful about what I said and did, I could prevent the hours of pain and suffering, and relieve my eyes of long nights of whimpering over a life full of despair and agony. But the abuse escalated over time, and the blame became more obvious. Time after time, you were made to believe that every act of violence or abuse was your fault. Day after day, you were made to feel that you were unworthy of him. His eyes were bloodshot with anger, while mine were bloodshot with distress. Screams and slams were hurled around each room of a place I can't call home. I thought I couldn't be any more horrified or wounded than I already was. But I suppose I've been so damaged that damage itself makes you feel safe. I was cheerful, soulful, passionate about life, but his presence darkened my demeanor. I was no longer an optimist. He took that away from me. He took away my happiness and left me isolated, fighting for my last breath. The further away from alcohol he stayed, the closer we were. But love cannot conquer the promise of the bottle. Every night was a new confrontation, while the following morning he came with the same old apology. I would pray this apology would change things. I loved him for everything he was, and that was enough for me to stay for a very long time. He was not safe, but he was good. I had come to discover that safe was an illusion, a pretense that adults wrapped around their children, and sometimes themselves, to make the world seem comfortable. I had discovered that under that thin cover of let's pretend monsters don't exist, some of those monsters are people we know.
People we thought we could trust.